Hey guys, welcome back to Spiritfield Springs. Today we're going to be talking about something that hits pretty close to home. Why this woman right here is planning on becoming a homesteader and a prepper. This is my beautiful wife, Alyssa. It's her first time on the
Thank you.
channel. Of course, it's her first time on the channel. And we're going to be talking about how does somebody become a prepper or a homesteader, or why would they from a woman's perspective. I got a little bit of a setup here. It's our mukbang. I just learned that term. And so it's going to be a fun one. We're going to talk about how she got into this. I'm just going to let her do most of the talking because, as you've seen in my last videos, I said prepping and homesteading for women is pretty important, but I'd rather it come from a woman's point of view so women could also understand. So, with that being said, let's jump right into it. And I got my notes here because I don't want to ramble. So, Alyssa,
Mhm.
what was your mindset before we ever started even planning on homesteading?
Well, originally when I heard the term homesteader or anything along those lines where people like raise their own animals or anything like that, I just thought, um, you know, these people are really country and I don't think I can do that, you know,
Uh-huh.
and it kind of freaked me out a bit. Also, I just thought traditionally women specifically who do things like that are very traditional in their thoughts and things like that. And I just don't see myself as that person. So I just never imagined myself becoming a homesteader
I totally get
originally.
that. Totally get that. Okay, so with that being said, what made you start seriously considering this lifestyle? Like, how did you get here?
Well, really, I didn't start considering it until, well, firstly, you brought it up to me as something that you wanted to do is when it first um, came about, but I didn't really start considering it until we had our daughter because she made me think like I really want to make sure, she's safe and
Mm-hmm.
has like food if something crazy were to happen, and all the grocery stores don't have any food anymore. Like I still want to have a way, for her to eat and also just safety because in the city, like it's going to be the first place where crazy starts happening.
Amen.
So
Amen.
I just want to make sure she's safe and she has everything that she needs to not go without. I don't want her to suffer and be unsafe.
Good, good. So like your motherly side really took over.
Yeah,
I respect that.
that's
Respect
the
that.
main reason.
For sure. For sure. Okay, so and a lot of people can probably agree with some of these points. For you, what has been your biggest fear about homesteading, about living this lifestyle? Like, what's been the biggest thing that's kind of been like, I don't know if I want to commit to that.
Well, a big fear of mine is like not being able to do certain things. For example, I'm very nervous about having the possibility to unalive a chicken or any animal for that matter.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of videos of homesteaders doing that, and it's very hard for me just because I've never seen myself being the type to do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I am willing to learn. It's probably going to be hard at first, but I definitely want to do this for my daughter. So that's something I'm going to have to get comfortable with.
What about yourself? Is there a part that wants to do it for yourself, or is it just out of?
Honestly, the only part I can say for myself wanting to do something like that
Mm-hmm.
is just to make sure, as a mom, that I'm doing what I need to do for.
Wow. So
her.
most of your preparation is coming for that little person screaming on the baby monitor.
Yes.
On the baby monitor.
I have the baby monitor here.
Okay. So with those fears, Why would you say you still move forward? Like, what pushed you? I see you talking about your love for your daughter and stuff. Would you say that's kind of the
That's
big
the main
reason?
reason.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said before, the city is the first place that's going to get crazy, and we don't want to be in that spot, especially with a kid. If you have kids, you do not want to be in that position because just imagine, you need to go get diapers or formula at the grocery store. And if you don't have like stuff like that already prepared, you just have to go to the grocery store. I'm telling you, there's people going to be fighting over that stuff.
Good point.
And if you think for 1 second that some stranger out there wouldn't hit your kid or hit you, you're wrong. There's crazy people out there. And that's why I think also you should not just be a homesteader, but you should be a prepper and have things,
Have things.
on hand.
What type of things?
Well, for females specifically, feminine products.
Oh, wow. You're getting into some real prepper stuff. Feminine products.
I think you should have that. I think you should have also the basic necessities like toilet paper, water, just things like that.
But I feel you. That's a whole different video, yeah.
Especially if you have kids. It's so important. And that's really my main factor for doing this, is because when I had her, like, everything changed. So
that seems like one of your big messages is that to moms, like, it's your responsibility and,
Yeah, but parents in general as well. It's like, you want your kids to have, like, a good life. You don't want them suffering. You don't want them in a situation that's going to harm them.
For sure. So this is a big kicker. I want you to say this. All these answers, obviously, in your own words, but this one, I think a lot of women are going to be like, this is your chance to really reach them. For women, why does homesteading, and I guess you could say prepping as well, like you just said, but why does this matter so much to women specifically?
Or to women specifically, let's just say single women who have no children, because I know I've been talking about children a lot in this video. If you're just a single woman, it is so important as well for you, because realistically, in a situation where things get crazy, we already know there's bad men in the world. And this just gives them an opportunity to be more even outwardly bad towards women specifically. And that's another advocate for women taking self-defense classes, as well as owning weapons, and knowing how to use them, taking classes to learn how to use them, because especially if you're a single woman, it's dangerous, especially if something like that happens. So you need to have knowledge on self-defense, you need to have weapons, and you need to have a space, even if it's an acre. It doesn't have to be much, but you need to have something where you can grow your own food. You have necessities, because it's just dangerous. Just like even for the children situation, for women, it's dangerous as well. So you just need to be prepared for a lot of scenarios. And you could even take a jiu-jitsu class. You could take karate, whatever you want to do. But you should take something, because even if you have a weapon, if somehow the weapon gets out of your hands and across the room, most men are stronger than women. And I say most because there are some crazy strong women out there. But in the case that this person is stronger than you, you need to know something that can help you. you know?
Yeah,
So,
for sure. For sure. Man, I do not know how to eat crab legs, and it shows. But I totally get that. Totally get that. Okay, so with that being said, we bought property, and this is the first video I've had you on for Spiritfield Springs, so I'm happy. From your point of view, what's your goals for this land? What's your vision for this property, for the land that we bought?
so are you talking about like the end result or?
I'd say literally and figuratively, like in the end, what do you want it to look like? But also, why is it so special and important to you, this land? Like, what does it allow you to do now? Not just growing food, but what else?
It allows me to have peace of mind, honestly.
Amen.
Peace of mind that my family's safe. Peace of mind that I know my children will have something to eat. Peace of mind that we have property that's ours. Just so many things, but what I would say I want it to look like is obviously I want us to have a nice home because I think that's important also for creating memories with the family and stuff. It's very important, but also just space for family and yeah, I want it to be a nice place as well as safe, if that makes sense. I don't want to live like this is gonna be where we possibly, pass away at, and I want it to be a nice place.
No.
So
Yeah, you're right. I get it. Okay, that's a great answer. So with that being said, yeah, for a moment. So for newcomers, this is a great follow up question.
myself.
So for newcomers, what would you say to a woman who's curious about homesteading but isn't sure that she can do it? This whole lifestyle that you are coming into, homesteading and somewhat preparing for a family in a godly way.
First, I would say you never know if you can do something unless you try. And then also, if this is something you are genuinely passionate about or really considering, I would say do it because I think the pros outweigh the cons.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're bad at something, like just keep working at it until you get better at it. Like
Amen.
You're not gonna get something right the first time, and if you do, well then yoo-hoo for you, because I sure probably am not gonna get it right the first time. So you just have to be willing to take that step, and you have to really ask yourself, like, do I really want this for my life? Do I want that peace of mind? So I would say if you're thinking about it, if you're a single woman or if you're a woman with kids or any woman at all, I think you need to do it because
I did it right. And I'm listening. I actually got one.
That's good.
Okay. No, I get it. I get it.
You know what I'm saying though? Like, I just think you should do it because it can get very dangerous very quick.
Amen.
And you don't know when it's going to happen either. So it could happen tomorrow. It could happen a week from now.
And what is it when you say it could happen? For the ladies out there, because remember, you're telling them why, right? For the ones who don't, just one more follow-up. What is the it that they're really prepping for? Is it anything?
Honestly, you never really know what's going to happen, but I just want to say for ladies specifically, let's just say, for example, food, like I said earlier, on the grocery store shelves, there was none of it. There was no formula, no baby food, no diapers, no nothing. But there's some men out there that might have taken it.
Okay.
And, they might be like, hey, I'll give you some of this if you give me some of, There could be things like that, but they don't even have to, you know, ask. They could just try to take it from you. So you never know. There's situations that can get out of control no matter what happens.
So I don't want to put words in your mouth. I just want to ask. It sounds like, from what I'm gathering, is you're saying, ladies, you want to prepare. You know, homesteading is one thing, but you want to be a prepper somewhat because you don't want to be in a position where you need others. Especially, we've seen the cruelties of man, and you know, when I say man, I mean people in general. But yes, I know, ladies, men. We've seen their cruelties, and you know, you don't want to be relying on them when push comes to shove. When it gets in the worst situation, if they're acting like this now, what are you gonna be like when it gets bad?
But even still, it doesn't have to be that. It could be any situation.
Yeah.
Where something's crazy is going on out there, and if they want something from you, they'll just do it, because when it gets crazy like that, kind of laws go out the door, so to speak.
Yep.
So they'll just be like, you know what? No one's going to arrest me. No one's going to, you know, do anything to me.
Yeah.
I want her, so I'm going to go take her. That's how people feel.
Wow,
like,
yeah,
and
dark.
when there's no one stopping them.
That's dark.
Like.
All right. I totally get that.
It's crazy.
All right. So, guys, we about to finish tearing up this food. I want to encourage you, first off, that we're just getting started. If you know anybody out there who's interested in this type of stuff, homesteading, prepping, and just anything, and they're casual, that's what our channel is all about. We're doing this for the casual, everyday person who, you know, you just watch Doomsday Prepper or something on TV and you're like, those guys are crazy. Look, everybody has a little bit of prepper in them. I always say that. Everybody should be prepared for something. If your kid has allergies and whatnot, you got EpiPens. You know, so basically, I just want to encourage you to like the video if it worked for you. Subscribe if this is, you know, something you want to see. If you want to see more of these two goofballs, well, maybe I'm the real goofball. My wife, she's a blessing. But
I'm a bit of a goofball.
If you like this, please consider subscribing, liking the video. We got more stuff coming out soon. So thank y'all. We're going to get to it. I love y'all. Peace and blessings. Shalom.
Thanks for watching.
That's her catchphrase. Thanks for watching. All right, y'all.
Bye.
This is the bloopers. This is the bloopers part that most people don't see. Oh no.
Man, it's hard. Oh. Hurt. How do people do that?
Oh my gosh.
That hurt. Oh, I did it.
Oh, get out of here.
Wait, here.
Is that the whole thing?
Yeah, it's tiny.